Okay, obviously lost the football game. Didn't play particularly well in any phase. Um, the encouraging thing is that despite of how we played, our guys hung in there and found a way to have a chance to win the game at the end. We didn't get it done, but when we got down 28-10 and things were looking bleak, our guys rallied up, did a great job of continuing to fight, continuing to hang in the ball game, and like I said, we had a legitimate chance to win at the end, but just couldn't get it done. Offensively, we're a little out of sync. We didn't play well really in any phase offensively, run game, pass game, not very limited production. Probably the biggest negative on offense was we had 10 3 and outs, which it's tough to play great defense when you're 3 snaps and out on offense, not controlling the football at all. We only made 15 first downs, so that was really our issue on offense. Won't win many games with those kind of statistics. We've got to control the football, we've got to move the chains, and we didn't get that done. Defensively, we played the run game so-so. They rushed 51 times, and you rush 51 times, you're going to get some yards, but the 211 they got or whatever it was is too many. We're more concerned with yards per carry, and that translates into 4.3 a carry, which is about a yard above where we like to be on defense. If we're down in the low threes per carry, then that's, to us, considered pretty good run defense. Throw defense was good. The numbers were good. We weren't really tested. They didn't throw much. 16 times. They were 4-16. We did come away with an interception, but really it was the inability to contain the run that was our biggest deficiency on defense. Played third downs very well again on defense. They were 3 of 14, which is 3 weeks in a row now that's shown up, and we've had that's a very important part of defensive football is getting out of drives, and getting out of drives happens on third down. So that's a big positive that is going on defensively. Special teams was kind of a mixed bag. Did some goods, did some bad. We gave up the punt return early for a touchdown. Obviously a huge negative. You don't want to start off any football game like that. And we had a partially blocked punt later in the game. On the good side, we blocked a punt of theirs, which we converted for a score. Offensively, one play later, we took it in the end zone. We got a turnover off of the punt game when they fumbled the punt return. So I'd say the special teams was probably a wash. No real advantage either way. But what we got to do now is move forward. We obviously got to play better. But the key right now is how we react to this. We haven't been in this situation for quite a while, which is a good thing. It says we've been doing some good things along the way, but we've got a Louisville team coming in here this week that is very, very similar to Oregon as far as talent level, speed, athleticism, and so it doesn't get any easier. We've got a good football team that just about beat Kentucky at home last week. In fact, they had them beat. They fumbled a punt return with just a few minutes left in the game. That really was the difference. So we've got to respond and move forward, and it's a test for our guys to how we handle this adversity. And my guess is that we're going to come to work today and practice and be ready to go and have a great attitude. But we'll see how things go. Coach Guy is an excellent defensive football coach. He's done a lot of good things at a lot of different places as a defensive coach. And they're very sound on defense. A lot of split safety looks, not a lot of pressure, at least not in the 2 ball games that we have on tape from this year. And he's just very sound and has a great background in defensive football. Well, Terrence is a tough kid. He's very resilient. I don't know him real well. He's only been in our program a short period of time, but what I do know, things don't bother him. Particularly for long periods of time. He seems to have a short memory, and that was evident all through two-a-days. When he'd make a mistake, he was able to put it behind him. But as far as Saturday, the crowd noise, we did a decent job handling it. It affected us at times. I had to burn a couple timeouts to prevent the delay of game because we couldn't get all the signals disseminated in time before the play clock was out. But I think Terrence, like the entire offense, has to rebound. He didn't play particularly well on Saturday. His numbers were very average, and due to a lot of factors, not just him, but everybody's got to get better. But my guess is he'll rebound and respond. A lot. I mean, if you can't run the football, everything's difficult, and that's we need to to be efficient in the run game, and we were in our first 2 games. We weren't on Saturday, and it the throw game seems to thrive much more so when you run the ball effectively than when you don't. That's just how it is. Yeah, they've only played twice. They had the bye week in week 2, and so it was Indiana State in week 1 and won handily, and then very well could have won, should have won actually against Kentucky. If you watch the tape, I mean, the game was theirs. Assuming they could get one more stop, on defense. But they fumbled the punt return, and that was the break that Kentucky needed. They took advantage of it. So, it's a very well coached team. Coach Cragthorpe is an excellent football coach. He's got a great staff. He's got he's surrounded himself with a lot of very good assistants. And like I said, there's going to be a lot of similarity in personnel from what you saw at Oregon. There's a lot of the same size, speed, and athleticism Louisville has as what you saw from the Oregon team. In hindsight, there's 2 things. There's 2 schools of thought there. Do you kick? Do you go for it? And if you go for it, do you call that play, or do you give yourself, maybe a power pass where you get it back in the flat, or a naked bootleg where you have a run pass option? So, all those things are being discussed on the headphones, and as a staff, we felt that the highest percentage was to go to our guy, David Reed, and see if he could make a catch. If you watch him practice out here and see some of the catches he makes in practice, I mean, the guy is very acrobatic, and so that was our thinking. Corner did a great job and defended it, and we didn't come up with it. I don't want to say you ever take winning for granted, but a lot of these guys in the program never experienced a loss, and it's I never say a loss is a good thing, because I don't believe that, but maybe it'll open some eyes into how hard it is to win a Division I football game, and how appreciative you should be of those wins, and how difficult it is to get it done, and coming up short last week, come back with more resolve, more determination, more dedication, more focus in general. Not that we were unfocused, because I'm not trying to paint that picture, but obviously we came up short, so we got to come back with better effort. All great teams are governed from within, and if it's just the coaches preaching it and no players buying in or understanding it or backing you up, then it's really fruitless. And so I would say the majority and the biggest impact will come from the senior leadership.